Even now, some of the only patents to his name have to do with door designs and the charging mechanism that makes Tesla chargers exclusive to Tesla.
His patent is just on the connecting point, and not the cable or really the tech, just the shape and locking mechanism of the charging port. Seems like it might have to do with the fact that you can't charge any electric vehicle at a Tesla station, just Tesla cars. And one of the things Musk definitely did early in Tesla production is push for as many charging stations as they could make, meaning that one of the reasons their cars sell so much is because their charging stations account for about 40% of the stations in the US.
Which, gee, sure sounds like a way to squeeze more affordable electric car companies out of the market, but what do I know?
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
This one is for me, y'all. Vibe with me as the internet's unofficial Hanes/Fruit of the Loom shirt's mascot cooks Elon Musk, because Elon Musk deserves every bit of this and more. Now, it's no secret that if you've watched any of my videos that I am a big fan of Elon Musk. I talk about how handsome he is, how smart he is, how strong and manly he is. He's such a manly man, his testosterone told his hair to get back on his head. And it did it. That gender affirming care that his his friends talk about, none of that happened to him to make him, nor his loyal followers, hypocrites. Not at all. But seriously, Elon is my favorite badass. You know, with this goofy jumping, shooting the shit with racist tumors on his platform that he made worse, which is impressive because Twitter was already pretty ass to begin with. It's a testament to Elon's greatness. That and the lawsuits. God, look at this man. This shithead foe, for him causing any woman wetness is a no-go. Whoa, bro is a lion pro. Unlike a Thundercat, he's not lion-o. The only thing worth saying is that he's a lion ho. It goes to show he spends more time feeling the glow of his mental child daddy complex he never had, so he financed one, the new landlord of the US. He bought a presidential daddy for the Lolo, giving another spoiled man born rich a good blow. Elon, you should tell your mindless simps to buy you a personality. Run to the stove. The depths of this motherfucker would sink like the number of licks it would take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. Damn, I guess the world will never know. It's estranged, much like his kids, 10 plus foe. Leaving his kids behind, he's out the door. Don't even want to be around like a deadbeat dodging child support. Looking gross sitting in the third row. Big flex, no depth, just a fugly thumbnail to show. And yes, when he takes off his shirt, he does in fact look like an unkempt toe. That's what I mean. Sorry y'all, I just love Elon so much I caught the MF Doom Holy Ghost. Psst, hey. And nobody else knows I can do that, so that's just between you and me. Please cook him. Turn him into charred oblivion. Take the trash out and saute it. Add my salt, some pepper, cook that born rich fraud.
Elon Musk is a worm I like to shoot spitballs and throw tomatoes at from time to time because he is a jaw-droppingly embarrassing specimen of pure cringe that it is impossible to fight the urge to clown on him. Yet, whenever I do, and whenever anyone mentions Elon in a less than flattering way, you will have the most unlovable Cro-Magnon swarm you, dogpiling like it's World War Z zombies, to try and defend Elon from whatever the slight criticism or jokes were about him.
True, they are in fact the Horde. It's a pain to deal with. The level of brain rot is unfathomable. The hypocrisy, no morals, no ethics, no integrity. It's literally whatever Daddy Elon tells them what to do. There's like 2 major cults on Twitter right now. It's double dumbass on there. It's stupid in stereo. It's if Orange Cheeto says something or Impressionable Dope says anything, then guaranteed that's going to be the consensus of the entire website.
These gonad gobblers will always blow my mind because I don't understand this brain off worship of Elon Musk. Everything they hype him up to be, he is the opposite. He is not cool. He generates AI images of himself where he's not like this meatball-shaped man. He is not for free speech like they like to hype him up as. He's not a champion of free speech by any means. In fact, I personally think he is someone that is firmly against it in almost every single instance. Like, he personally banned the word cis. He actively bans things that hurt his feelings, and today I think is a great example of that, and hopefully will be a mask-off moment for a lot of people. And
Charlie, you glorious bastard. Correct. Fucking yes. Musk is a literal fraud. He's a dweeb. Like, he's a dweeb used car salesman.
open their eyes to the fact that this is not a guy who's for free speech and is not for you. Like, I'm not going to get into it, but do we even need to talk about the H-1B take? Like, come on. He's not looking to hire you. He doesn't want to know you. He doesn't want to employ you. He wants the cheapest labor, and he wants everyone to be constantly fondling his sack and being really, really nice to him because he's our special boy.
Exactly. Bro has the most how do you do, fellow kids ass energy. Please like me, guys. I'm cool like you. In fact, I'm cooler. Look at how easy this thing I think you all are into is. Whatever you think is cool, I'm a part of it. He has no genuine thoughts of his own. He's incapable of it. His daddy issues goes far beyond a red flag. It's crimson. And since stupid people made this moron rich, it just makes things worse for the rest of us. Imagine giving an underdeveloped child a literal blank check and keys to the car you're riding in, and you're living next to the Grand Canyon. And this motherfucker wants to floor it because it'll look cool to the other paste-eating kids. That's Elon Musk. Sorry, maybe I'm a little miffed at the fact that this is the same guy signal boosting these motherfuckers who regularly say brown people are inferior 10 times a day like he's doing Hail Marys, like the paste-eating gremlins that they are. That's probably the true reason why they're anti-abortion, because they are outrageously late ones. And I get it, some people's brains, or at least a lot of people's brains, are stuck in whatever time period that they're most familiar with. But people want to say it's not real life like it's 2013, but this stupid shit seeps into the literal society, and it's getting into the governmental level, and the stupid shit can become policy. Like I said, Grand Canyon. It's a beautiful, breathtaking view when you're not being driven off a cliff.
It's so embarrassing. So, what I want to talk about today is what I think should be a very clear example of how Elon uses his power and where he actually stands on free speech. He is having a textbook crash out over gaming. Earlier this week, Quinn made a beautiful video that's breaking down the fact that Elon Musk is not the one who piloted his Path of Exile 2 account to the top of the leaderboard. It's not a conspiracy, it's not grasping at straws. When you finish that video, and I highly recommend you watch the whole video, it will be very clear, beyond a shadow of a doubt, Elon Musk was not the one who actually got the account to where it was. He instead gets permission from the boosters to play on it and flex it for his Twitter streams. He didn't know the very basic fundamentals of the game. However, I will say that his catastrophe of a stream while trying to show how great he is at gaming was enough to make me get back into grinding Path of Exile 2, because I've been slow rolling it for a while. I was still on cruel difficulty, but then watching Elon the bumbling buffoon try and play Path of Exile was like actual rage bait to get me to go back in and grind hard. So now I'm up to tier 3 waystones in the end game. It's so fucking fun. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. The point is, Elon Musk knew nothing about the game. It was very clear. And the big thing about it wasn't even that he had someone boosting his account for him. It's that he was just in this complete denial and trying to convince people that he is the best gamer alive. Like, this game's a little too easy. I'm on max difficulty, swagged out mode, and I'm just kind of breezing through it because I'm just that good at games, that kind of thing. It's his reluctance to just be honest about, like, hey guys, I like this game. I don't have time to grind it, so I paid these people to grind it for me so that way I can get to the end game and, play the content I want. It wouldn't have blown up to this degree. I still think that would have been a little silly, and people would have still absolutely made fun of him for it, but to a lesser degree. It just, what's the point? Why are you paying someone to boost your account? If you like the game, why not just play it on your own time, even if it's not that fast, and even if you're not top of the charts? But for Elon, the reason is because he wants everyone to view him as God's gift to humanity. So, like, I'm one of the best gamers. Check the stats.
Yes, that's Elon and that's Donald Trump. Yes. Think about it. If they were DC characters and they were in the Lantern Corps, they would totally have they would have orange lantern rings. Greedy little shit. Too rich. No. Born rich jackasses. Both have daddy issues. Both have shit daddies. Never had to work for anything. Takes credit for what other smarter people have done. It's like that one episode of Rick and Morty where the most toxic traits are removed from them. That's what these two are. Both have clear hair jobs done to fix their balding asses. Of course your hair wants to divorce from your head when you're actually a feces sandwich of a person. Both of their own fault have had dog shit marriages, always promising the world, but you get a box with a dry turd in it. They don't believe in free speech unless it benefits them and them alone. They both have psychotic cult members, which heavily overlap now. Both can never take responsibility for anything that they've ever done. Both need you to coddle their ball sacks, love them, tuck them in at night, and kiss them on the forehead to tell them how much of a special little man they are, or they'll implode in on themselves like a soon-to-be crybaby ass black hole. And both of their groups have plenty of people saying women are trash, brown people need to be deported and or used for cheap labor, and that black people are inferior. Don't believe me? Go check out Elon Musk's Twitter and who talks to him regularly on there. Here's a hint. They all get no bitches. Just kidding. They do get bitches. They have each other. My God, it's wild. Is this what takes down Elon Musk? Or for most of his mindless followers? Path of exile? Really? Bro is having his Al Capone moment, getting brought down over something small and stupid. This is his tax evasion, which, Elon, I wouldn't doubt if he did it. Must be nice being above the law.
And he didn't achieve it. It wasn't him. And when Quinn made this video, it very much hurt Elon, because the gamers that he's trying to appeal to were privy to the fact that he's not the gaming god he claims to be. And that damaged him. So I knew he was going to have a comical response, but I didn't expect it would be this absurd. To set the stage for what happens next, Asman and many others covered Quinn's video, as well as other people's content, talking about how it was impossible that Elon was the one that actually played on that account because he is just dog shit and knows nothing about the game. Asman covered this, he talked about it, reacted to the video, and today, Elon went on Twitter and had this to say. Asman behaves like a maverick independent, but in reality has to ask his boss for permission before he can do anything. He is not his own man.
Do y'all see this? This is the wealthiest man on earth, by the way. God, Elon, you talk about Mars so much. You really should be on that one-way trip to Mars that you've been talking about for so long. Please do it. Be the change that you want to see in the world. And by world, I mean Mars. The richest man on the planet, who is much older, is fighting with an individual who just learned how to clean his room last year. He's throwing a hissy fit about a live streamer, yet wants to get mad at public officials for pushing back against people lying about natural disasters, including sitting Congress members lying about shit, just making up conspiracies in Congress. That's what I mean. These morons are a part of real life. They create real consequences. Not for them, of course. They're rich.
He then leaked his DMs with Asman, where he said, this is Asman, I'm going to see if my editors might want to make a second account for it. And then Elon replies, sure. Who are these mysterious editors? He actually sounds like that news anchor. Who is this 4chan? Like, how can someone be this fucking out of touch and stupid? I will never cease to be shocked by the absolute idiot potion this guy seems to be boofing on the daily. Like, how? What do you mean, who are these mysterious editors? Do you not know what editors are? Holy shit. So then Asman explains, two guys, links them, and then they basically run the entire YouTube account, lol. So basically any content I post is edited or uploaded by them, and they can just get a cut of the ad rev. It's a super good system, to be honest. Almost everyone on YouTube does it. And then there's a community note there, which says what should be obvious to anyone with a functioning frontal lobe. Elon Musk seems to think Asmongold is an employee with editors overseeing him. That's incorrect. Asmongold's editors are actually his employees. They upload his content for a revenue share. They don't control what he does. And then Elon Musk proceeds to take away Asmongold's checkmark on Twitter.
This immature billionaire with a B is so petty, he took away Asmongold's checkmark. Asmongold and Elon they both have been sipping for the same sweaty wet hair transplant Cheeto. Imagine being so fragile that this is your go-to move. Elon's like, well, I'm just gonna take away your gold star. So there.
You remember that thing Elon was like really adamant about, you know, how checkmarks were kind of like weaponized? Hey, Elon. You're doing that. So, the free speech guy, you're taking away his checkmark because he hurt your feelings, fundamentally shadow banning him, because without a checkmark, his replies and his engagement go way down and you won't really see it anymore. You're shadow banning someone who hurt your feelings. Elon is just that fucking sensitive. In fact, sensitive doesn't even really cover it. Like, my cock gets sensitive when it gets sucked for too long. I'm like, ooh. But, like, that's sensitive. Elon has reached a new level of sensitivity I did not think was even achievable by a human being. It is just fucking flabbergasted by how soft he is. He has all the money in the world, but is beyond insecure to the point that I can't believe he's a real person. This has to be some kind of, like, android protocol that's been sent from space, from, like, space Redditors, in order to see, like, the limits of cringe that can be pushed.
Yes. Elon is so sensitive. It's that feeling when you orgasm, but you're still getting sucked, but multiply that by 100. Like, it's a Kaioken of sensitivity. That's Elon. Bro's softer than a Charmin commercial. Like, wet farts have a stronger mental fortitude than Elon Musk. There's a streamer called Low Tier God, and one of his favorite sayings is that he's mentally untouchable. Sure, he's lying there, but that's Elon Musk. He's probably the most mentally touchable person on the planet. After the whole fiasco with Asmongold and Path of Exile and all that, you know damn well his bitch ass is at Mar Mar-a-Lago right now trying to refill his empty Please Love Me sack with some on-site, on-demand MAGA simps. You all know damn well that's very likely. You're picturing it right now, getting his balls coddled, just a ball coddling tune-up. Elon pulls into the bay. Yes, Elon, you're a special boy, the smartest boy, the amazingest boy, who can do no wrong. And he's like, oh, thank you. Yes, I am. I'm amazing, in fact. If Trump can roast somebody for a stutter, I can do it too. Hey, he leading by example. I'm just following the leader, like a good American citizen and a patriot.
Come on. He's talking about editors and then saying Asmund needs his editor's permission to post things. He lacks the fundamental understanding not only of Path of Exile 2, but of life. Like, of living as a sentient being. How can you even reach that conclusion? I mean, I know how he reached that conclusion because he is a turbo moron who can't, like, activate neurons and think. So he saw the word editor and made the assumption that it's like the editors that will oversee someone's work in the journalism sector. And he gets these dots, these breadcrumbs that he starts connecting from out of fucking nowhere about how, well, Asmund is actually just a pawn of his editors. That's not just wrong, that is just blatant misinformation. He is actively engaging in misinformation, making it seem like Asmund has a puppet master above him, these editors, that he has to answer to. And then he abuses his power to take away his checkmark. He is actively doing all of the things he says he is super against, and all of the people say that he hates and will never do. He does it.
Yes, he's a hypocritical douchebag. I've been saying this for literally years now. Like, bro's a mega fraud. Look at the history of this man's business ventures. He is a fraud. He is a true fraud. Everything he accuses others over, he literally just does. He does it routinely, regularly. It's pathetic. Richest man on the planet, y'all, has the ear of literal world leaders who can't admit he's lying over a video game. A video game. And yes, Elon's greatest white knights, here to help out milady, fedora wearing breathtakingly stupid Elon's greatest warriors, wayward ass dweebs. Elon, help me, Elon, my penis hurts. Help me, help Elon. Really, they'll just reinforce that and tell him how wonderful he is. Like Elon's wet, emotionally destroyed, soggy tit is going to come down from the heavens and maybe, just maybe, they won't be as pathetic and can too be like Elon and have people give them credit and praise for all the good things someone else has actually done. Everyone, I am not trying to misdirect you. This is actually better than sex. Seeing a large audience of people be exposed to this moment is so beautiful. It's so special. I want to fall in love with this moment, propose to this moment, get engaged with this moment, plan a wedding, fight about the seating arrangements with this moment, have a honeymoon with this moment. I slip up and we end up having a bunch of little moments as a result because it felt so good each time.
I don't see how a single Elon Musk nipple-suckling leech could see this and conjure up some kind of excuse for it. There's no mental gymnastics that could possibly exist to justify this behavior. It's the epitome of everything people hate. It's cringe. It's sensitive. It's an abuse of power. His feelings got hurt, so he used his power as the fucking chief general of Twitter to take away his checkmark because he hurt his feelings. And then he goes on to leak DMs. How could you possibly look at that and be like, no, that makes sense. Elon was in the right here. Like, let's say you just love Elon. You know what? I'm not your dad. You can like whoever you want, like whatever you want. Doesn't matter to me. But why do you have to like something and then love everything they ever do? Why can't you be more receptive to, like, you know, I really like Elon, but this was a bad look. I didn't like what he did here. I think this was pretty embarrassing. That's called being normal. For some reason, people just can't be normal anymore. If you like something, you have to be obsessed with it. You have to fucking love it. You have to be, like, snorting that drug constantly and shut out and hate everyone who pokes holes in it. It's so weird. I don't know why people want to live their life this way. They just want, like, the black and white. Elon good. Anyone who said Elon not good, they're bad. Elon good. I don't know why people want that. No one likes to think anymore, and with the way the internet's gone, you don't have to think anymore. You can just wait for tweets to tell you what to think, or even chat GPT to tell you what to think. I guess it's just easier to live your life on like drooling autopilot mode.
Now, if you've made it this far into this thing and you think he's lying, look at this. Y'all, they do tricks on this guy's poll. They want to be told what to do and what to think by their spoiled, weaselly, slimy, wormy brat of a dad so bad. Elon, come here for a second. Elon Musk. Elon Muskowitz. The way that you exist as a person. The Worm King. I know what you want. I know what you want to be. I know what your insecurities are. I know what your daddy issues are. The way that you exist now, you'll never be Tony Stark. You want to be him so bad, but he don't know you, little bro. Look at how you act, how you carry yourself. You act like a broken video game controller you give to your siblings so you have the good controller. Tony Stark would see you as you are, a sniveling, gutless, moralless, conniving, stank weasel making the world mathematically worse, one lost simp at a time, who thinks they will get a golden touch of wealth if they just sniff your ball sack just once more, just one more time.
But I would argue that you are doing yourself a huge disservice in life if you just live this way, where even if you really like Elon, whatever, why not just be receptive to the idea that he's not infallible? Maybe he does make mistakes. Maybe he is cringe sometimes. And you can acknowledge that, recognize that, and then at the end of the day, still like him if you want. It just doesn't compute with me. And of course, it's not exclusive to Elon. It's a very normal thing now all of a sudden where if you like something or like someone, anything that is brought up that's negative about it is like the end of the world to you, and then you spend hours a day arguing with bots on Twitter about it and defending the thing you like. I just don't get it. Elon Musk, I think, is just the best example of this phenomenon because his fan base does PR for him as if it's their actual job. Like, they are professional PR drones for Elon that he doesn't even have to pay because they are in the trenches every single minute of every single day, suckling on him, arguing on his behalf, shutting down any criticisms against him. It's just so embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as Elon himself. So yeah, anyway, I had to talk about this. Because what an incredible response from Elon to just take away Asmon's check mark and then leak his DMs where he completely misunderstands that editors aren't like his overseers. It's so, oh my god. So yeah, anyway, that's really about it. See ya.
Overall, this is a really good lesson. Don't mindlessly, blindly follow somebody just because they're rich or they say some flowery, nice shit to you that makes you be like, oh, I must listen to this guy. He's rich. He must know what he's talking about at all times about all subjects. He's an idiot. Elon is actually stupid. And I cannot stress this enough. If somebody is willing to lie over something as petty as a fucking video game, imagine when money is on the line, when contracts are on the line, when millions of dollars are on the line, what this person is willing to lie about. If you've been asleep for a long time and didn't realize this, good morning. You can come and sit at the table. Breakfast is already there. To the ones that already know this fact, I see you. I see you. This is the latest Christmas gift I recall ever getting. But like I said, better than sex. If you enjoyed this Rocks Off session, hit that sub button, like button, comment, say whatever you want to say. Okay, love you. Bye-bye.